Hi, Danielle.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Nicole. I'm going to be your dietitian today.
Oh, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. So, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I am retired and I don't know, I like to feed my horses.
Okay, you're retired. You like to feed your horses.
Yeah,
That sounds awesome.
I know.
So, how many horses do you have?
I actually take care of other people's horses.
Okay.
Like they're on my land, but yeah, there's probably four total that I
Wow.
take care of, and I
Mhm.
feed them every day.
That sounds like a big job.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah.
I don't know what I got myself into.
Yeah.
I've been doing it forever, so.
How much land do you have? You have a big chunk of land,
Yeah,
or?
I have 8 acres.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a lot of land. And the
Yeah.
horses just kind of roam free, or like
I
how's
have like
that?
stables for them.
Okay,
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah.
And is that what you're retired from now, or is that just kind of a hobby that you?
Oh no, I used to be a truck driver,
Okay.
so I would travel a lot. But since I've been retired, I've allowed some of my friends to keep their horses at my
Okay,
land.
cool. Cool. That sounds like it's an enjoyable thing for you.
Yeah, I really like
Yeah.
horses.
And it sounds like too, being a truck driver, that you were able to see a lot of different places.
Yeah.
That is so amazing.
Yeah.
Definitely something that I would love to travel across the
Yeah.
United States one day.
Definitely recommend it.
Oh, great. Okay, so today we have about 30 minutes, and where you can talk about whatever you want to talk about. So, what did you have in mind? Why did you come to see me today?
Well, my doctor just told me that I have really high cholesterol, and so he referred me to see a dietitian and
Okay.
come to see you because that's obviously not good, and I need to change my eating habits.
Okay. Okay, so your doctor referred you. So you have high cholesterol. Your doctor referred you to come see a dietitian. So
Yeah.
that's why you're here.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you're interested in um, changing that cholesterol level or lowering your cholesterol levels. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I know it's important. He
Mm-hmm.
he was talking to me a little bit about it and telling me
Okay.
that I have high cholesterol. I don't really know exactly what that means, but I know that it's not good for me, and I know I need to change something, but I'm not really sure what.
Okay.
So I'm hoping to get some help from you.
Okay, yeah, definitely. So you said, you don't really know a whole lot about cholesterol, but what is it that you do know? You kind of alluded to it being maybe not very good for you, something that your doctor is concerned about, and that's why you were sent here. But what is it that you know about cholesterol?
I just know that there's one thing called LDL, one thing called HDL, and that
Right.
my LDL's high and my HDL's low, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure what else.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, like you said, there's one thing called LDL, there's one thing called HDL. So our LDL is kind of considered to be our kind of our bad cholesterol, and so we want that to be on the lower end.
Okay.
And our HDL is considered to be our healthy cholesterol, and we kind of want that to be on the higher end. So we're really looking for a balance of the two. If we have higher HDL, then we can allow the LDL to be like kind of maybe on the edge, but we really want that.
Oh, okay.
We really want those numbers to be kind of lower on the LDL side, higher on the HDL side.
Okay.
So do you know what high cholesterol what that can lead to if you have chronically high cholesterol?
No. What could it do?
Well, your doctor probably sent you this way just because he wants you to now be able to kind of lower your cholesterol now that we know that you have high cholesterol. And really, it's just, have you ever had any family history of heart disease or anything like that?
Um, my my brother, well, he's younger, so my dad had my dad died of a stroke.
Okay.
And then my mom was severely obese, like really, really overweight, and she died. I can't remember exactly what she died from, but I know her intake was not as good as it should be, and that's why I'm here. I really know it's important, and I really don't want to die because of it.
Okay. So you recognize that lowering your cholesterol levels is going to be an important thing for your life as you continue through life, and you've kind of seen the repercussions of maybe having higher cholesterol or getting heart disease, and your kind of how that's impacted your family.
Yeah.
So it sounds like this is an important thing for you. Yeah.
It is.
How did you feel receiving the diagnosis of having high cholesterol?
I mean, I wasn't really surprised because I know I don't eat the right things and I don't exercise enough. So I know that this is something that was probably going to happen, and I need help with ways to like better myself.
Okay. So you really weren't all that surprised that you were recently diagnosed with high cholesterol levels.
Yeah.
And you think that your diagnosis of high cholesterol is due to some of the lifestyle factors that you have going on right now?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, you explained a little bit about your kind of your daily eating habits to me?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So in the morning, I always go to breakfast, and I meet some of my guy friends there.
Okay.
And I usually have an egg with like scrambled eggs with toast and sausage or bacon. I love sausage or bacon. And for lunch, I have let's see. I usually make like a grilled cheese or something like that. And then for dinner, I have like steak or deer meat or something like that. And then I eat a lot of like cookies and milk usually before I go to bed.
Okay. So usually for breakfast, it's very important for you to go out with your friends. How many days a week would you say that you do that?
Every day during the week, so Monday through Friday.
Okay, Monday through Friday. So it's really important for you to go out with your friends and eat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we always have coffee and eat out, just catch up. Like, we always talk about who's dying next.
No. So that sounds like a fun time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we always talk about old times.
And have you known these guys for a long time?
Yeah. Yeah, and, I know their kids, they know my kids, and we just talk about what everybody's doing.
Yeah.
Gossip about everything.
Yeah, cool. So, so that's really important to you then.
Yeah.
And then you said, for lunch you usually make it at home.
Yeah.
And then for dinner, you usually make it at home too.
Yeah.
And do you cook your own meals, or who's doing cooking?
Yeah. I live alone.
Okay. So you're making all your own meals then. Okay. So you usually say that you have like some sort of deer meat or something like that.
Yeah.
And then what do you usually have with that?
Probably potatoes.
Potatoes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then before you go to sleep, you usually have some cookies and milk.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know it's not the best for me, but I always eat that.
Okay.
Or like cake. Whenever I go to my daughter's house, she always has cake or something, and I always eat that.
And how often are you going to your daughter's house?
Probably like 3 days a week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you live close then?
Yeah,
She lives
really close
to you.
Like 10 minutes away.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So usually cookies are or cake for snack before.
Yeah, brownies,
before bed.
all the good stuff.
Yeah, the good stuff. So, thanks for talking to me about that. Do you mind just kind of telling me a little bit more about some of the activities that you do? I know that you are very active on your land, but how often would you say that you maybe get some sort of physical activity in?
Well, I try to go to the gym. I have a membership, and I try to go every Wednesday. Every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I try to go. And, I really like it. Yeah, I think that it's helping me feel better, but I definitely could use more.
Okay. And so you go to the gym every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And how long are you typically there for?
Like 30 minutes probably.
Okay. And then so will you explain to me kind of what you do on the farm? I mean not on the farm, but on your land?
Yeah. Basically, I go into the barn with the hay and I grab some hay and then I just toss it over. It's probably like 15 feet. Well,
those hay barrels are pretty heavy, aren't they?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it sounds like you're doing some heavy lifting.
Yeah, I do some heavy lifting, and I put them in the barrel, and then I, pass it around to the different stables, whatever. So.
Mm-hmm. And so, do you walk the horses or ride the horses, or what else are you taking care of?
No, the owners usually do stuff like that. I just feed them.
You feed them. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, do you walk around in the land, or kind of how's that?
Yeah, I mean I mow, but it's on a sitting mower. I just kind of walk around sometimes around the land, but not a whole lot.
Okay. So, so from kind of what we've been talking about, your doctor recently diagnosed you with high cholesterol, and that's concerning for you.
Yeah.
You've seen kind of the effects of that within your own family, and it sounds like it's something that you really want to work on.
Yeah.
And then we talked about your eating habits and your physical activity habits. So what do you think is currently working for you right now?
I mean, I think I don't eat a lot, I guess, throughout the day. So, I know my eating habits aren't the greatest, but I think they're working better for me than working out.
Okay. So your eating habits aren't the greatest, but you think that your eating habits are better than the working out part.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you tell me what is the what is the best and worst parts about the way you feel about your eating habits?
Okay. So the best part is I just eat whatever I want. Whatever I eat, whatever I want. But the worst part is that I know that it's not the best.
Okay.
So like the bacon and the sausage and the cookies probably aren't the best for me. But I still eat it.
Okay. So it sounds like you kind of have this awareness of what is kind of deemed good foods and kind of what is maybe not as good for your cholesterol.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you feel about what you're eating right now? Is there anything that you would want to change or?
Not really.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know that there's stuff bad for me, but I don't want to change it.
Yeah. Okay. I can totally respect that. Yeah. So you you understand it sounds like you really understand the foods that are contributing to cholesterol, and you understand the foods that aren't.
Yeah.
But it's not really something that you're willing to change at this point.
No, I'm not ready at this point.
Okay. So we do have some other options here.
Okay.
Are you interested in hearing about those?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I have this sheet right here. It's called Goodbye Bad Cholesterol and Hello Good Cholesterol.
Oh.
So there's kind of 3 different things, and we'll see if you like any of these things, and then we'll talk more about that.
Oh,
is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the first one we have here is add fiber. So by adding some fibrous foods to your diet, that will really help lower your cholesterol, your LDL cholesterol.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So the types of things would be like fruits, also some like vegetables, and so we have some different ways that I can help you incorporate those things into your diet if that's something that you're interested in. Another way could be to decrease saturated and trans fats. So this would be you decreasing some of your saturated fat intake. So that would be kind of the cheese, the bacon, and some of the other meat products.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you're really not interested in that one. So we'll stay away from that one. Okay. The next one we can talk about is increasing activity. So increasing activity. And I know that you already go to the gym right now.
Yeah.
So it might even be, maybe staying for longer or something along those lines. But we can definitely talk about it and see what's going to work for you.
Okay.
So out of these 2 things, is there any one that kind of jumps out to you?
Yeah, the increasing activity, I think I could do that. I think that would be attainable for me.
Okay, cool. So let's talk about some ways that we can increase activity then.
Okay.
So why would this change be important to you if you were to increase activity?
Well, I heard my doctor was talking, and he told me that increasing the activity level, that's why I started. That's why I got a gym membership, is just so that I can raise my HDL cholesterol just by being more active. And I think that this will help me, the gym membership. But like you said, I think maybe staying longer or something like that might be able to help me.
Okay, so you can kind of, like, one of the, I guess, like, little hints that I gave you, you think would be something that you might be interested in.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you have kind of talked about this with your doctor.
Yeah.
And so it's something that you might be interested in. You already engage in physical activity, so you think that maybe doing a little bit more of that is something that you would enjoy.
Yeah, I think so.
And it would also help your cholesterol.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So what are some ways that you can think of that you could increase your activity?
Well, I saw this class that they're doing. It's like they're riding bikes or something. And I used to ride my bike when, I was younger. And I think, it's a stationary bike so I won't fall. So I think maybe that might be interesting in doing that.
Yeah. So you've seen kind of these spin classes.
Yeah.
So it's on a stationary bike, and you've seen that before, and that might be something that you're interested in.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you think of any other ways that you could increase your physical activity?
I know. I guess staying longer at the gym, I could do more. Like, I usually do the elliptical, and I could do a little bit more time on that. And then I usually do sit-ups, so I could do a little bit more on that. And then I could maybe add another machine or something to stay longer.
Okay, so you think that staying longer would be something that might work for you?
Yeah, I think so.
And there are things at the gym, such as the elliptical and doing sit-ups, that you enjoy doing?
Yeah.
Are there any other things that you enjoy doing at the gym? I know that the
So,
spin class you haven't tried
I
yet,
haven't,
but
yeah.
you might be willing to kind of explore that.
Yeah.
Are there anything else?
Um,
Anything else that you might like?
That's a good question. I can't think of any right now.
Okay.
Let's see. Maybe like arms. You know that one that does the arms at the gym.
Oh, okay. So maybe some weights then.
Yeah, maybe weights.
Yeah. Have you lifted weights in the past?
No, not really, because I usually go by myself.
Mm-hmm.
But like the machines upstairs, they have just like regular where you can put in the weight and then do it by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I could do some of those.
Okay.
I could do that.
Do you like going to the gym by yourself? Do you think that's something that works for you?
I used to go with my grandson, but then he moved away to college, so I don't go with him anymore. And then I like to go really early in the morning, and other people they don't like to go that early. So I don't mind it.
Okay, so you don't mind going to the
No.
gym by yourself. You actually kind of like it.
Yeah, it's kind of like me time.
Yeah, yeah. So we have a couple options so far. The first one was to maybe go to one of the spin classes.
Yeah.
And then the next one was to just stay at the gym for longer. And we kind of discussed some of the things that you might do at the gym while you were there. And that would be the elliptical. You really like going on the elliptical.
Yeah.
And then doing sit-ups, and then maybe some of the weight machines. Does that sound right to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have those two choices. Can you think of anything else that you might want to... Another way to incorporate more physical activity into your daily life?
I guess an easy way would be walking around my property like every day, like every morning and every night or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like just walking around.
Do you enjoy walking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
I like
to walk.
And I like to walk around my property just to check what everything is going on,
Right. Make sure there's no broken sprinklers
or
exactly. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we kind of have three different options here. One, the spin class. You might want to try that. Another one would be the just kind of adding more time at the gym.
Oh, yeah.
And then the third one was kind of walking around your property.
Yeah.
Okay, those all sound like really great ideas to me. Do you have any other ideas?
No, I think those ones are some good ideas. I can't think of any more.
Okay, cool. So, I think those are really great ideas, and I think that those are also ones that a lot of my clients have tried.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I can't really... I'm trying to think of like maybe some other ones that they've tried that have worked out for them, but I think you really came up with that all on your own.
Oh, okay.
So out of those three options, which one really kind of appeals to you? Is there any one that you really want to explore more?
I think the easiest one that I'd be able to do is walk around my property. In the morning and at night, just because, I really like to make sure everything's going around, so I might be doing it anyway. Mm-hmm. So I think that would be, the easiest to do.
Okay, great. So, out of the three options that you came up with, the one that you kind of would like to try is walking around your property in the morning and the evenings. Mm-hmm. Okay, great. So let's talk more about that.
Okay.
So do you see any what's important to you about making this change?
Well, like we talked about, I know that it will help my HDL, and it will I think it might make me feel better too. Mm-hmm. So I think that I really want to do this just because I know that it'll help me, and it'll show that I'm trying. It'll prove to myself that I can do this, and I'm not like my parents.
Okay, so there's some benefits to this.
Yeah.
Then. One, improving your HDL. Two, feeling better.
Yeah.
I mean, that I mean, like, everybody wants that goal, right?
Yeah.
Just to kind of feel better.
Yeah.
And then 3, just really proving to yourself that you can do it
Yeah.
and that you're not like your parents,
Yeah.
and you're not going to let a disease kind of take over you. Okay. So, what else is important about this change to you?
I think, I have a younger brother, and he's starting to follow in the same footsteps as I am. Mm-hmm. And so being a role model, I think, is important.
Wow. Yeah, being a role model.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell me more about kind of your brother and maybe how you could be a role model to him?
Yeah, I mean, I can see that he is starting to do the same things I did, like not eating as well, not exercising, kind of putting on some weight and stuff. But I know that if I do this for me and for him, that, maybe he'll start doing it too, and it'll show him that, it's okay that, our parents did this, but it doesn't mean that we have to be like that.
Gotcha. Yeah, so you can really see how much of an influence you can have on your brother.
Yeah, definitely.
And you think that he will follow in your footsteps.
Yeah, I know.
Have you always kind of been a role model to him?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, that sounds really awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think might be some barriers to walking in the mornings and in the evenings around your property?
Well, I think, I know that I like to get up, like, I think I'd have to go and walk around before I go to breakfast. So I'd have to make sure I get up earlier to do that, and then eat dinner at a certain time and then go after. So I think the barriers would just be to make sure that I planned it out before. Mm-hmm. And if I didn't get up earlier, then it might not be.
Mm-hmm. So you think the time might be kind of like planning your time might be one of the barriers to that.
Yeah, because I know I won't go after breakfast.
Mm-hmm. What that seems like a big barrier to me.
Yeah.
Will you tell me more about some of your barriers that you might have to making this change?
Yeah. Let's see. I guess. I think just the time is really important. With making sure that I do incorporate it before breakfast, and then also before dinner, or after dinner. But I'd have to eat at a certain time for dinner so that I can not be super full when I go to do the walk. Mm-hmm. And I don't want it to be super dark outside.
Okay. So not only are you kind of fearful of the time that you might have, and also kind of like planning your meals.
Yeah.
But you also don't really want to walk in the dark either.
Yeah, the dark, or if it's raining.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So do you think that walking in both the morning and the evening do you think that is something that you want to do, or maybe just walking in the morning or the evening? I mean,
yeah, maybe I should just try the morning. I think that one would be easier.
Do you think that would be easier for you? You think that would be easier for you?
Yeah.
To kind of reach this goal?
Yeah.
Okay, so what if it was, instead of being in the morning and the evening, because I don't really think that was going to work out for you.
Yeah.
What if it was more just in the morning? Then what do you think? What do you think would be some of your barriers?
I think just making sure I get up earlier.
Uh-huh.
That's the only barrier I can think of, because I think I would do that. That'd be a lot easier to do.
Okay. So then your only barrier here would be just making sure that you're getting up earlier enough.
Yeah.
So
that's easy.
That's easy.
Yeah.
You're saying that's easy.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how easy is it for you to wake up 30 minutes earlier?
Oh, 10 minutes. I mean, I usually get up at like 5 anyway, so I think I'll be up by the time that I could, because breakfast I don't go till like 9, So I'm already up.
You're an early bird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it really sounds like you could make this happen.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is important to you, again, about making this change?
I want to be the role model, and I want to lower my cholesterol and raise my good cholesterol. But I think those are really important to me.
Yeah, they sound like they're really important to you. You want to be a role model. You want to prove to yourself that you're not like your parents.
Yeah.
And you also really want to raise your HDL and lower your LDL. Those sound like really important things to me.
Yeah.
So how important is this to you then?
This change is really important to me. I think it'll be good for me to do it, and I can, prove to myself I can do it. I think that this is a good change, and I can do it.
Okay. So how do you feel about setting up an experiment?
Okay. That sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's set up an experiment, and then we'll see what happens. So, how often would you what type of experiment would you want to do? So we talked about the walking in the morning. Yeah. But I really want you to be able to kind of set this up.
Yeah, I think walking in the morning, that'd be good. I think I could do that.
How many days a week would you like to do that?
I think I could do it like 3 days a week.
3 days a week?
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any, 3 days a week, walking in the morning, and for how long would you like to walk?
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Okay, so 30 minutes, 3 days a week, walking in the morning before breakfast. So, what are some of the other things we might need to plan in order for this to work for you?
Maybe putting my shoes by the door to remember.
Okay, so you think kind of some cues would help you remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so, because I get up early, so that won't be a problem. But if I have a terrible memory, so I think if I put the shoes by the door, I'll be like, oh, time for a walk.
Okay, so you kind of recognize about yourself that maybe you wouldn't always remember that you were supposed to go on a walk. Yeah. So putting your shoes, you think, would be kind of a good sign to tell you, I need to go on a walk right now.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. How about what are some other ways that you think this would work for you? Like, what are some other things that you could do, or any other planning that we need to do before you leave here today?
I guess just putting water, making sure when I go to the grocery store to get water, so I can have a water bottle in my hand before I leave.
So bringing water with you is also a good thing, a big thing for you.
Yeah, I like to bring water.
Okay, so do you usually buy water at the grocery store when you buy bottles of water? Okay.
I always have bottles of water in my fridge.
Okay, so that won't be a hard thing for you then.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you planning on putting the water, keeping it in the fridge, or putting it by your shoes, or?
I like it cold.
Remember that water? Yeah.
So, maybe a sticky note by my shoes to get water.
Okay.
I could do that.
Okay. Are you going to stick the sticky note on your shoes or on the wall, or how?
Maybe on the door.
On the door.
So it's
like a permanent sticky note.
Yeah. So it's
grab
not
your
just
water.
on the shoes. Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, yeah. What else do you think you might need in order to make this happen?
I think that's it. That's all I need. Okay. Shoes and water.
Your shoes.
I'm good to go.
Your water. You already wake up early. Yeah. As long as you have those reminders, you think that it's not going to be an issue. It's going to be something that is attainable for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything that I can do for you today?
I think that I'm going to try it and see how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that sounds like a great idea and a great experiment. So let's say that you come back in 2 weeks.
Okay.
And you tell me all about your experiment. So your experiment is going to be walking for 30 minutes 3 days a week, and you're planning on setting your shoes out and putting a sticky note that says, grab your water.
Yeah.
Okay, great. That sounds great.
Yeah.
So, last question.
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being very confident and 1 being not confident at all,
Okay.
how do you feel about this change?
10.
10.
Definitely.
10. Good.
I can do this.
Good. Great. Okay, well, thank you so much for coming in and talking to me today.
Yeah. Thank you for helping me. I really needed it.
Yeah, of course. I can't wait to see you in 2 weeks and hear all about your experiment.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.